Well, there are quite a few, I would say, valid points for justification of the tariffs, especially in the case of the water. Sadly, we have just treated the issue about how we preserve the catchment areas of our rivers very trivially, and it's just been a talk shop. I honestly am a bit disappointed at the way we are still handling galamsey in this country, especially for the fact that a lot of it is being done from alluvial sources by the rivers, and this is. For me, it should be a matter of paramount national security. If we really are going to have clean water sources over the next 5 years or so, then we have to decide whether we would want to begin to import water, or we would want to put a hold on the national greed towards galamsey. I believe that is really one of the primary causes, because looking at the number of rivers we have in this country, or the number of water bodies we have in this country, we should have had an abundance of water, not a situation where the water sources are rather diminishing and there is far more increased turbidity in our rivers, which is really the main cause of us not being able to process the water very well. So I share very much the sentiments about the fact that the cost of treatment is going high and untenable. Traveling around the country myself, I see how a lot of smaller rivers are drying up very quickly, and even local conservation methods like even planting trees on the river banks and all are not even being adhered to. So we are going to have situations where water will be a problem within the next 5 years if we keep going up, the same trend that we are going, especially areas in the western region, central region, Asante region, for instance. So if you're not close to the Volta catchment area, or the Volta River is not the water works that is providing water, I'm sure that we are going to have a few problems. And that should be very, very clearly seen as a threat to national security. When it comes to the electricity, I think that we are all paying the brunt for mismanagement or some sort of lack of cohesive policy around how we have been handling the collection, probably the collection side of electricity. I still believe that there are quite a lot of leakages, and that the easiest approach is to ask for a hike in tariffs. But then if you even look at our surrounding countries, for instance, what we pay now per kilowatt hour of electricity is at par or slightly more than what Ivory Coast pays, slightly less than what Togo pays, and also slightly less than what Burkina Faso pays. So what is it that should make it justified that we should multiply it by almost a factor of 3? Just so that we can be in the green. I believe that would not even be fair to consumers, and I also believe that there has to be a far more coherent policy around how we want to amortize the loans or the debt that we have accrued in this sector, and we have to really have a clear plan along how we want to even generate electricity going forward, to ensure that we do not pay about, because if we want to go by this particular proposal, then we are looking at a situation where we are going to pay about 3 times what all our neighbors are paying, which shows that there's a very big problem with us in terms of the generation cost, as well as even the cost that have to be passed on to the consumer.